Welcome to this audiobook-style video where today we unravel one of the most confusing and honestly painful truths about human nature. Why being smart doesn't automatically make you successful. Why some of the most intelligent, most gifted people remain stuck. If you've ever felt like you had the mind to achieve greatness but just couldn't get yourself to move, you're not broken. You're not a failure. You're about to discover the hidden forces at play inside you and how to finally take control. Stay with me through all 6 chapters. By the end, you won't just understand yourself better, you'll know exactly how to turn your potential into real, visible results. There's a dangerous lie smart people often believe. Because I can think about it, I can do it. But here's the truth. Thinking and executing are 2 completely different skill sets. Intelligence gives you the ability to understand, analyze, and imagine. Execution demands emotional resilience, discipline, and discomfort tolerance. Your brain loves creating perfect scenarios in your mind, where everything goes right, you never get rejected, and success feels inevitable. But reality? Reality demands effort, mistakes, uncertainty. For smart people, reality often feels disappointing compared to the perfect world they can imagine so vividly. So they hesitate, they wait, they overthink, and slowly inaction becomes a habit. If you're nodding your head right now, understand this. You don't need to be smarter. You need to train your execution muscle the same way you trained your mind. The world rewards what you do, not just what you know. Here's a psychological paradox. The smarter you are, the more vividly you can imagine failure. You can see every possible way things might go wrong. And because your mind is so sharp, your fears feel logical. You convince yourself that not starting is better than starting and failing. This creates a trap called intelligent paralysis. You think you're being careful, but what you're really doing is hiding. Fear of failure masquerades as waiting for the right time. But the right time never comes. Here's a painful truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the path to success. Smart people who win aren't the ones who avoid mistakes. They're the ones who outgrow the fear of looking foolish. The sooner you embrace imperfect action, the sooner you'll realize you were never lazy. You were just scared. Your brain's chemistry plays a huge role in laziness. Smart brains often fall into something called the comfort trap. Because you can think deeply, you create complex fantasies. Dreams where you succeed without pain. And your brain rewards these fantasies with a hit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. You get pleasure just from thinking about success. But this dopamine hit tricks your brain into feeling like it's already done the work. Over time, you crave the dream, but resist the action. Action feels hard. Daydreaming feels easy. And laziness becomes chemically reinforced. The solution? Shift your dopamine reward from fantasizing to executing. Reward yourself not for the outcome, but for taking the step. 1 email sent. 1 page written. 1 workout completed. Small wins, real rewards, consistent action. This is how you rewire your brain from lazy genius to unstoppable force. Highly intelligent people are masters of seeing multiple perspectives. They can analyze every angle, every possibility, every risk. But here's the danger. Too many options create paralysis. When your brain keeps evaluating instead of deciding, action never begins. This is called analysis paralysis, and it's the silent killer of dreams. If you're smart but stuck, you're likely trapped in a mental loop. What if this isn't the best way? What if I fail? Should I wait? While you wait, others with half your intelligence take action and win. Because in life, speed often beats perfection. The cure for analysis paralysis? Imperfect decisions. Set a timer. Give yourself 15 minutes. Make a decision. Remember, you can't steer a parked car. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. Move first. Perfect later. Many smart people grow up being praised for their intelligence. You're so gifted. You're so bright. But here's what no one told you. That praise can become a prison. When your identity is tied to being smart, failure feels like a personal attack. If you try and fail, it threatens the image you've built your self-worth on. So instead, you avoid trying at all. It's safer not to risk your smart label. But here's the truth. Real growth doesn't come from preserving your ego. It comes from destroying it. You are not your intelligence. You are not your past achievements. You are a constantly evolving force. Detach your self-worth from outcomes. Start seeing mistakes not as proofs of stupidity, but as badges of courage. The smartest people are the ones willing to look stupid temporarily, in order to grow permanently. Here's the final, most powerful truth. You're not lazy because you're incapable. You're lazy because your mind was never taught how to serve your ambitions. The goal isn't to think less, it's to think differently. You must build a new identity, the identity of a doer, not someone who could succeed someday. Someone who does succeed today through consistent, imperfect, courageous action. Start small. Celebrate every single move forward, no matter how tiny. Visualize yourself as someone who acts, not just dreams. And slowly, the old lazy, overwhelmed self will fade away, replaced by someone who uses their intelligence as a tool, not a trap. Someone who moves, builds, stumbles, adapts, and rises. Your potential is waiting. And it's not a matter of if you can reach it. It's only a matter of when you start moving. If you're still listening right now, you're already different from most people. You care enough to seek understanding, and that's powerful. Now let's take it further. In the comments, write, "I'm building my new identity." Let's flood the comment section with that sentence. Declare it. Claim it. Because today you stop being just the smart dreamer. Today you become the smart doer. If this video helped you, share it with someone you believe in. And remember, your future self is begging you to start today.